Before I came to Australia, a lot of my friends told me about the experiences they had traveling and the positive changes it had made in their lives. I had made some changes, but I wanted to feel how my friends had felt. I decided Cairns would be my starting point. By the way, Cairns is full of incredible people.
If you want to, look at me and throw up the horn or sunglasses.
And throw up the horn?
Oh, the horns.
Oh, the horns.
Oh, whatever. Do your symbol of choice and just stick out your tongue and be crazy.
Nice.
Oh my god. Ow, that's my back. Are you recording?
First, I started work on a promotional video for Nomad's Serpent. If you remember, Nomads pays for all my food, travel, and accommodation in return for me doing a promotional video for each of their properties. While I was at Serpent, I went to more than a couple parties.
You guys are out of here. Please, let's see the air and girls in congrats. Nuts. Yeah, big kiss. Big clap. A big kiss. Tonsil.
You guys are the bomb. Bravo! There you go.
Turns out, there are beaches in Cairns. You just have to drive an hour outside town to find them. The next hostel I filmed was called the Beach House. Beach House didn't have as many parties as Serpent, but made up for it by having some of the most interesting and laid-back people in Cairns. It's also the only hostel I know that has a live sports announcer for beer pong.
Oh, nice shot through.
Beach House was also where I decided I wanted to start exercising. Here's one awesome thing about Australia. Almost all the cities have some kind of public exercise stations. The Trent In Oz exercise program was actually pretty simple. I did 3 sets of as many push-ups as I could, 3 sets of as many pull-ups as I could, and then ran as far as I could. At first, that was only about a half mile, but in a couple weeks I had upped it to almost 4 miles. If you wanted to get into a different kind of shape, Cairns offered all sorts of exercise stations that I never used. Some of them were pretty self-explanatory. Others, I never really did figure out. I also started practicing on this cheap ukulele I had bought in Melbourne. Well, I'm the king of the swingers, boy, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I wanna be a man cub, and stroll right into town, and be just like the other men. I'm tired of monkeying around, so I wanna be just like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you do. You see it's true. An ape like me can learn to be a human too. The last hostel I filmed in Cairns was Nomad's Esplanade. A cross between the last 2 hostels, Nomad's Esplanade had interesting people and fun parties. But probably what made it my favorite hostel in Cairns, well, besides clean bathrooms and showers, was its location. Nomad's Esplanade is named for the road it sits on, which goes right through the middle of town. Being so close to everything finally gave me a chance to get to know some of the people who lived and worked in Cannes. According to my friendliness scale, Cannes scores a 1.3. If you'd like to use the scale at home, I derive the number by taking 40 and dividing it by the number of days it takes something to give me free coffee. Cannes' impressive rating wouldn't have been possible without the help of Anise, one of the good friends I made during my stays there. Anise is probably the most enthusiastic coffee shop attendant I've ever seen. She's also probably the most talkative. Watch what happens when I ask her how we became friends. Alright, so this coffee competition, that is how we kind of became friends, is that right?
Yes. Well, the competition isn't just about the coffee. The coffee was my skills that I had. Ambience of the feel of my showtime. Sell myself as well as make great coffee for the whole experience of my competition. So I knew what feel I wanted, but I needed some other inspiration. The exact laydown, and who better to lay down the track? So something that you fell into that by the music, because you came with some great inspiration in yourself to help me make decisions, because I was a little indecisive on what music I could use.
Wherever Anise is, I hope she knows I'm just messing with her. After all, she was one of my favorite people in Cannes. Then there's Anne. Anne has multiple sclerosis, so her movement is pretty much just restricted to her neck and chin, but she can use those to drive her wheelchair into town every night. Usually, I'd help Anne eat dinner, while we talked about everything from fish recipes to how she used to be a professional skydiver. Doug is a guitar player, and probably one of the most charismatic guys I've met yet. Technically, he's not Australian, but he was in Cannes almost the entire time I was there, and he's awesome. Finally, Deb was a very spiritual travel agent who worked with the hostels I filmed for. Just before I left Cannes, Deb did a tarot card reading for me. According to her, the tarot card reading focused around new beginnings and endings, and money. At the time, I had no idea how relevant that was going to be. Finally, with 2 months past, videos for all 3 hostels done, and in a lot better shape than I came, it was time to leave Cannes. My next stop was Byron Bay, where Nomads planned to have me film the most legendary hostel in Australia. Alright, so I'm finally getting out of Cannes. I am on a Greyhound bus right now, getting ready for a 30-hour bus ride.
17?
Here's our friendly driver.
18?
As per the course with any trip I take, I've got no sleep before this. So it's going to be an adventure. We'll see how I do hour by hour for the next 30 hours going down. And away we go.
You slip your headphones on. I'll be your radio.
Hi guys.
And if you turn it on,
Hey back there.
how would you ever know? She gotta level up to keep the company.
That last one was hour 3. This is just hour 2. I was confused.
She can only play. She's lost in that. She's lost in her. She comes and she goes. She got a tie-dye world.
Hey, we're on hour 9 and I'm actually not on the bus for it.
That's terrible.
I'm also joined here by our most entertaining bus driver. He's entertaining because he's not from here, he's from Hollywood, California.
Fine. Well, I'm Australian. Aye. Good on ya.
We're on hour 10. That's really all I need. I'm here with Rob telling me the story of Hollywood. I can't see him down there, unfortunately. He's in the black over here.
Wait, where's the light? Hang on.
Oh! You know, I think conversation to Rob is really keeping me rejuvenated. I still don't feel like I'm as tired and ugly looking as I should be by this point of the night.
Look out, kangaroo!
Got no conversation. attention. She's so far from here.
Alright, so we're at 24 hours and still hanging in there. Doing okay.
And then she slipped inside into the afterglow. She's lost in the air. She's lost in her bones. She comes and she goes.
And finally, after 34 hours, I'm here. Let's go find my hostel.